All right. Well, hello, everybody. We're live, I think, right? Hey, Steve Rosenbaum here. If we're live, if you're seeing it, go ahead and hit me up in the comments just so I know that we're doing this right. Look, you know what? I was doing some work inside my account and I'm thinking, I think this is something people would really like to see because it's one of those cool little ninja tricks, those little hacks that I do that really improves my response and helps me build relationships faster, really helps me build a tight relationship with your email list. There really is no better way to build a relationship than with an email list. All right. Everything else is great for getting eyeballs, but get them onto your list because that's where you could really you could write deeper messages, you can get more engagement, you could track the responses and so forth. People get to know you better. All right, so with that being said, here's what happened this past weekend. I did a promotional swap. By the way, it's a great strategy if you've got a list. A great strategy is to do a promotional swap with somebody. All right, now this is not where we don't give each other their list. That's not what you do. That's a no-no, right? But what we do is we promote each other's thing. So I've got this buddy, fantastic marketer. His name's James Tuckerman. He really is great. All right. And his content is great. And he happens to say the same thing about me. So that's why I love him so much, right? So we like to promote to each other because we complement each other and we don't really compete with each other. I guess everybody competes with each other in some respect, but that's okay. It's a big enough ocean out there, right? All right. Now, so we did a swap this past Saturday, and I got a bunch of new leads from him. Probably about just over 60, between 60 and 70 new leads. It's a nice little swap, and he probably got about the same from me. All right, now, so I now have a bunch of new people on my list. They've met me for the first time, and I want to over deliver. So, of course, I sent them out a nice gift over the weekend. I sent them out a nice bonus. And now, what I want to do is I want to make sure that they get acclimated into my community, that they understand everything what's going on, that they get included, and that they get used to seeing emails from me. That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm sending out an email to my entire list because I'm doing something special on Thursday. By the way, pay attention to this also, because if you're watching, if you want to do a better job on LinkedIn, if you want to get more connections on LinkedIn, join me this Thursday. All right. And if we're not connected, if you're not on my list and you're not getting the personal invite, then you got to message me so I can take care of you. Or better yet, come into my school group called Apes. In fact, let me tell you about that right now. Okay. Come here. Let me show you my screen. Let me switch this over right here. Show you my hang on, there it is, right? This is my school group called the Automated Profit Expansion System, or APES. You want to come in here and look at the second pin here, now forming the LinkedIn Insider Networking Connector Group. You could see we've already, it's just been up a couple of days. We already have 34 people that are saying, yeah, I want to be a part of this. So this is going to be very cool because on Thursday, I'm inviting everybody to a Zoom call, and we're all going to network with each other. We're all going to support each other, and I'm going to show you how we're going to take that networking and we're going to get exponential returns from it. So come Thursday, and the way to do this is come to Apes. Apes is it's school.com/apes right there. School.com/apes. Let me get this. Let me come back to my software and let me paste it in the comments here. So you're probably looking at my software studio, right? That's probably not cool. Let me move that over here. Let me do this. And I'll say, join our LinkedIn group. Find the post here. Okay. All right. So hopefully you're seeing that comment. Boy, that's a weird emoji I got in there. I don't know why. All right. You guys might have to play with that link. All right. So now back to what I'm doing here. So I'll show you this in a second. What I want to show you is that I'm sending out emails. All right. And I wrote this message. Let me go to my emails. So I wrote this message to my entire group right here. And this is the invitation. Last week on a Zoom call, I casually mentioned LinkedIn, and I was flooded with responses of folks who want to do a better job So I say here, hey, if you want in, click here to RSVP and get the Zoom link. That's going to take them to the Zoom registration. All right. I gave away 2 free gifts. I like to give gifts to my list, and a little reminder to join now. All right. So this is the email. This went out to everybody on my list, or it's going out in a few minutes. All right. But remember, I've got those people on my list that are brand new, and I want them to feel well connected. So I want you to see what I did here. Okay. Here, what I did, I'm sending everything out. Now, you know, if you've been following me, you know how I do this. All right. I send people that are actively paying attention, they go out first. All right. Then I wait 20 minutes after that. And the people that have engaged with me in the past 30 to 45 days, they go out next. People that haven't been paying attention in over 45 days, they go last. All right. So the whole idea here is these people are going to get priority treatment, and they're going to get into the inbox faster because I'm going to have a higher open rate. I always do. I always have a very high open rate here, okay here, terrible here. But the good news is the few that I get here, they end up going over here next time. But look at this, 62 people, Tuckerman. All right. So here under my conditions, I said anybody that has the tag source James Tuckerman 2025-03, okay? I put that, anybody that came in through James Tuckerman, first they filled out a survey, got great information on that survey, all right? I'll show that in another video sometime. And then I put this tag on them. So I know that anybody with this tag, they were on James's list and they came into me from James's list, all right? And so the bottom line is, check this out. I'm segmenting them here. These are the 62 people. They're the first people that got segmented out. And what I want to show you is this was the email everybody else is getting. I cloned that email. And look at this one. So this is a clone of this, but it's isolated for James Tuckerman newbies. And just a little note at the top. Hey, first name, since you're new to my group, I wanted to personally invite you to this call on Thursday. I've got a super strong community. This is going to be a great way to get new leads. Welcome aboard, Steve. That's it. A personal little note. Everything else is exactly the same. So sending this email out to everybody, but those new people get personal little note, thanking them for being a part of it, welcoming them aboard, and they know that I'm giving them a little special attention. All right. This is the type of thing that I do on a regular basis for new people, make them feel warm, help bond and build rapport, build that strong relationship. We'll look back at the end of the week. I bet we're going to see we get a very good response from these people. I bet you we get a lot of them onto our LinkedIn call on Thursday. And that's the way to do it. All right. Those first impressions, you know how important they are. You know what they say about first impressions, right? Okay. So that's it. Short call today, but I wanted you to see that. I would love your feedback. What do you think of this ninja hack? What do you think of the strategy? How to make new contacts feel welcome, how to make them feel special. Little extra touch that I know is going to get a great response. I'd like to hear your feedbacks below. And also, if you want to join me Thursday, be a part of that LinkedIn call, you got to let me know, okay? Come join the APES group. That's the best thing to do. Best place to go right here. Hey, wait a second. I got a way to do this here, don't I? I've got this fancy software. Check this out. There you go. There you go. Come join the APES group, school.com/apes, and then find that pinned post about LinkedIn. We'll make sure you're invited. All right, everybody. Hey, love you. Want nothing but success for you. And I'd love to see you on the Thursday networking call. But before then, I'd love to see you inside of APES. Come join us. Have a great night. Bye-bye.